Hey, what's up guys? Justin from Out of the Basement here. Today with another Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch review. I actually just found this entire new wave at Walmart. $17.88 a piece. Great deal. I'm super happy that Walmart is still behind on their prices. You can get these for super cheap if you find them at Walmart. But first, I have been really anxious to dig into KOSKA Reeves. This is one of my most anticipated ones, because we have the Bo-Katan. Star Wars Black Series logo up here. Down there it says Star Wars The Mandalorian, KOSKA Reeves. Got that beautiful mural art with her name on the bottom. On the back, she is number 12 in the Mandalorian line. And there is a read up on the back if you'd like to pause it there and read it. And the Black Series logo on top, same image. Got some window packaging up top. Let's crack it open. This figure comes with 4 accessories if you're including the helmet here. Let's take a look at these blasters first. These blasters, we've seen this Mandalorian blaster in the line before. They're very small, but they fit in their hands really nicely. This one looks to be just gray plastic with a brown handle. And yeah, there's some pretty good sculpt to it, but it is just gray plastic. I would have liked more silvery plastic with the brown handle, or maybe a wash or some shading or something on there, but I do like the mold for these blasters. And then here is KOSKA Reeves jetpack, which is a really decent mold. I really do like this kind of smaller Clone Wars-ish jetpack style that they have in The Mandalorian. It is just gray plastic with a little bit of blue on there. Still a great mold, but to compare with Bo-Katan, same exact mold, but Bo-Katan's has that really nice silver gray instead of just like kind of the dull gunmetal gray. I really like Bo-Katan's jetpack more than KOSKA's. It's a little disappointing. I wish it was just a clone, but maybe it is different in the show. Maybe it is supposed to be a little more dull. And then you get KOSKA Reeves helmet, another Night Owl helmet, which is really, really cool. The rangefinder is adjustable like so. The rangefinder has some really nice silver and black for the actual like eye tip piece. There's some really cool scuffing, some battle damage. We have some silver, some darker gray. Really clean paint apps for the visor, and I really like this shade of blue. To compare to the Bo-Katan, it actually is slightly different. It's a little more elongated, so I'm very happy that this wasn't just a 100% repaint of the Bo-Katan helmet. Alright, and here KOSKA Reeves is out of the packaging, and I gotta say, this is a great looking figure. It is pretty much a complete repaint of Bo-Katan, but Bo-Katan is a fantastic figure. So it is pretty much like the Bo-Katan figure with a different paint job, with a new different head, and one less holster. Let's take a look at that photoreal head and the rest of the paint and detail. I don't know guys, I think it's pretty darn good. I don't know if that's just me. I know Lukeness Monster said he did not like this head sculpt, but I don't know. I think it looks pretty darn nice. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. I think the paint apps are pretty clean. I think her skin tone is very accurate as far as I can tell. Ooh, there is a little bit of silver on like a ponytail type thing going on. The hair is pretty darkly colored, but there is some good molded detail in there. I don't know, I think the head looks pretty darn good. Let's take a look at the rest of the paint apps on the figure. I think they look pretty good. It is missing a holster. Well, I shouldn't say missing a holster, but she has one less holster than Bo-Katan. The Bo-Katan, for quick comparison, has both of the holsters on the hip. So here you actually have a little less of that weird shade of brown, which is nice. And also the pieces up here are more darkly colored than the Bo-Katan, which looks much better. The holster color is still kind of jarring to me. It just looks a little too orange. But there is some nice like copper right there, some silver. And all over this figure, there's actually some pretty good battle damage. We have the Night Owl logo right there. Got the whistling bird thing with a little more copper, a little more silver. Some battle damage on the other arm. Some really nice battle damage on the chest armor. Night Owl logo over here with a little bit of battle damage. On the back, not too much going on, but again on the shin pads, shin armor, we have some more battle damage as well as a different color for the boots. We have this like more brownish color compared to this like darker almost like a really dark olive greenish gray color. There's a peg hole on the back where you just plug the jetpack right in. And yeah, like I said, so she comes with 2 blasters. One is holstered, but she also comes with an additional blaster. Kind of odd to not have weapon storage for both blasters, but maybe she only uses 1 blaster in the show. I do not remember 100%. And the helmet just pops right on. She looks super good. You cannot really see the flesh, you know, the skin tone with the helmet on unless you go way like that kind of angle, which is a problem on some of the helmeted characters. Let's check out the articulation. So if you guys like the Bo-Katan figure, you will love this KOSKA Reeves figure as well, because it is almost the same exact figure, but we'll check out the articulation anyway. Let me take off the jetpack. We do have that dumbbell joint on the head that goes front and back and side to side for a really nice amount of tilt. Rotates all around, of course. She can look up that high and look down a pretty decent amount. Will the helmet limit your articulation? Let's find out. No, you still get a crazy good amount of tilt and everything, and with the helmet on, she can look up a really decent amount for a helmeted character and look down a pretty nice amount. Her little ponytail thing does stick out for anyone wondering. These arms have really nice articulation. They go all the way around. They are not hindered in the slightest. They go all the way up. The shoulder pad goes into the torso armor. Single jointed elbow that gives you more than 90 degrees, and it does cut right there. There is that bottom half arm rotation. The hands rotate, and they are both vertical hinges for a 2-blaster character. That is awesome. Both vertical hinges. The upper chest plate armor does have that ever so slight crunch and rotation. So you can go, it's not that far, about that far down, about that far back, but you do get some nice rotation out of that. Check that out. The holster does not hinder the leg articulation in the slightest. She can kick out about that far. She can kick back a pretty decent amount back, you know, do the splits, not hindered by that holster at all. We have the single jointed knee that goes back a pretty decent amount. However, the knee pad is glued to the top here. I know a lot of people have problems with that. You do have that upper thigh rotation, the lower leg rotation as well. The feet go down a really decent amount, go up that far, and of course you have ankle pivot. Yeah, I'd be lying if I said that this was not a banger. Like I've been saying this whole review, if you like the Bo-Katan figure, you will more than likely enjoy the KOSKA Reeves. I think the Bo-Katan is still a better figure. I think it was overall a better head sculpt. It had the paint apps on the jetpack instead of just the regular gray plastic. I think the Bo-Katan ever so slightly edges out the KOSKA Reeves, but still, it's so satisfying to have another Mando, another Night Owl Mando to go with Bo-Katan, and just another character from the Mandalorian. I still think the articulation is fabulous. The paint apps are pretty good. There's a decent amount of battle damage, but like I said, that holster could use a wash. The jetpack should have been, you know, the gray, the silver, I mean. So those are my knocks on this figure, but still pretty darn good, pretty satisfying to look at on the shelf. Let's make some comparisons with some other Black Series figures. Here she is next to Bo-Katan, and you cannot tell me that that is not awesome. Where is Axe Woves? We're going to see if the Mandalorian loyalist that was exclusive to Walmart would be a good stand-in for Axe Woves. I think for now, fine, but I still want an Axe Woves. Here's Din Djarin and the Child next to KOSKA Reeves, Moff Gideon, the Mandalorian Stormtrooper, and of course we have Cara Dune. Overall, yeah, you guys know I am going to recommend this one if you find it in stores or if you have it on pre-order, whatever. This is a pretty much a banger. Again, the Bo-Katan is ever so slightly better, but that also kind of makes sense because Bo-Katan is a more prominent character. I really do hope we get an Axe Woves to go with KOSKA Reeves and Bo-Katan and Din, so Hasbro, please make an Axe Woves. I can't wait to see more of her character in The Mandalorian Season 3, hopefully. I definitely recommend this figure. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Did you like my review? Do you have this figure? What do you think of her? Whatever it is, comment down below. Like, subscribe, really helps out the channel. I've been Justin from Out of the Basement, and we will see you guys in the next video.